Mercedes-Benz have sold around 300,000 S Classes since 2013. It is the flagship of the brand. The S Class is one of those cars which marries the performance, the luxury, and the technology together from Mercedes-Benz. New engine series in this new version of the vehicle. Got to test some of those engines while I was in Germany on the launch of this vehicle. Now I actually get to spend a whole week so we can do a comprehensive review on the new S Class. This is probably the last S Class you're going to see before autonomy takes over, and it has a lot of pre-collision, a lot of new technologies in it, a lot of things that could just be flipped over to autonomy at any point. For instance, the car will automatically slow down on curves of roads or approaching junctions or roundabouts. It really knows how to drive itself and what to look for. It's looking at the surroundings the whole time and making split-second decisions on what it should do and what the possibilities of accidents are. The other thing that it does is create a chamber on the inside for real comfort. Mercedes-Benz have got well-documented evidence that driving is probably one of the most dangerous things you can do because of fatigue and getting tired while you're on the road. They have invented a cabin that can reinvigorate you or make you relax if you're too stressed out. They call it the wellness feature. You can set it up. It uses the massages, the temperature. It uses the smell, the fragrance, which is in the cabin, along with music. And what it does is marry all these things together and either invigorates you or relaxes you. You get to choose the wellness program. This vehicle also comes with a lot of technical extras on the inside, which are very intuitive. We'll get into that. We're going to really put it on the road. We're going to test drive it, take a look at some of the design features. I wish I had 2 hours to tell you about this car, but in this video, we'll try and give you a comprehensive look at the new S Class. Exterior design of this vehicle is very complex, but they've maintained the look of Mercedes-Benz. You clearly know this. I mean, even if I cover up the fact that this has a Mercedes emblems here at the front, you can still tell it's a Mercedes-Benz. There are two emblems. There's the hood ornament here and a small one embedded at the top of the grille. The grille's kind of interesting. It is the same sort of Mercedes shape, but a very different design. Twin louvres here that are in silver with black plastic in between. At the bottom, a nice color, and then you have the twin very sporty air intakes above that sporty bumper. So it looks fairly aggressive and sporty. On the different trim levels, there's different takes on this. There's two things I really notice about this car. A lot of the Maybach styling is filtered down into the S Class, as well as this sort of AMG sporty design look. They've taken a lot of cues, but there's not a lot of shape here. They've kept this very simple, sleek, minimalist design in the front end of this vehicle, but at the same time still looks like a Mercedes. Multi-beam LED lights. There's actually 3 strips of daytime running lights, 3 lights down the side, and then 1 big headlight here at the front as well. And at the back, there are very significant lights as well. They didn't just design this vehicle to look great in the sunlight like we have today. You look at it at night, and it's actually even more beautiful. I think I kind of prefer the vehicle at night. So there are a multitude of new engines in this vehicle. This is the S560, which has 463 horsepower and 515 pounds-feet of torque, a V8 bi-turbo. You can look at some of the other vehicles and you get a different range of engines. The big thing to note about this engine is, even though it's a V8, it saves 10% fuel on the last generation of these engines. And of course, we can only have V8s if they make economical sense, because some of the old V8s burn so much gas, it was very costly to have so much fun driving them. So saving 10% fuel is great Mercedes technology. So what other engines are in other vehicles? The S450 and the S450 4MATIC Mercedes-Benz is equipped with a 3-litre V6 bi-turbo engine that shows 362 horsepower and 369 pounds-feet of torque. On the AMG S63, for superior performance, a significantly reduced fuel consumption, it has a handcrafted AMG 4-litre V8 bi-turbo engine. With a cylinder deactivation, it replaces the previous 5.5-litre V8 bi-turbo. Mercedes AMG S65 is equipped with a handcrafted AMG 12-cylinder engine, developing 621 horsepower and 738 pounds-feet of torque. 738 pounds-feet of torque. You just have to think about that for a second. That's more than some heavy-duty trucks in America have. On the inside, very high end. We'll get to a lot of the technology, but we can't avoid looking at these two large 12-inch plus displays that are under one piece of glass. No gauges up front. This is actually a display that you can alter the look of and the information, and then your infotainment navigation system. Nice cross-stitch leather on the inside here, cross-perforated leather. Not many people have leather trim up the top here. If you look around the vehicle, you can get a lot of different wood selections here, porous wood. Depends on what you choose on the inside. One of the things to really note about this, apart from a high amount of crafted leather on the inside of the S Class, is the fact that it has this beautiful ambient lighting everywhere. You can't see it in the day so much. I have it on sort of a violet color right now, but it goes all the way around the vehicle and touches almost every crease in the vehicle. The one thing on the inside that gets most attention and most people have been talking about is the energizing system, or the well-being and comfort system. On this you can really choose the mode you want. So I have it up here on the car, and it has either refresh, warmth, vitality, enjoyment, well-being, and then you can train the system in any way you want. So let's look at vitality. If I want a bit of vitality, you press play, you should get music, and I'm being massaged, the temperature is changing, the light has changed, and am I energized, vitalized? I think I am. One of the things I love about the amount of information that's available here is it doesn't only give you options to change things, but it also records a lot of things and lets you understand things. So on the steering wheel is two pads here that you can swipe your fingers across and change the information. I mean, this is a better display than my tablet at home. It's very clean. I can go through the different things in the car. I can get assistance. I can look at fuel consumption. I can design my seat and their comfort. I can even choose the air freshener mode. What do I want it on? High, so I can actually smell the smell that's coming out of the vehicle. So just swipes of thumbs allow me to select whatever I want. Clean displays, very easy to read. I was born to love you with every single. So let's talk about driving the S Class. A few things that initially impress me. One is the light steering. This vehicle is super easy to change lanes. For the largest sedan that Mercedes-Benz make, the steering is extremely light. Then braking, watch this, traveling about 50 miles an hour, make a quick brake. There's no pitch. You didn't see me pitch forward. You didn't see the camera pitch forward. I am absolutely stationary when you brake. And even when you're going 80, 90 miles an hour and you want to drop the speed rapidly, you're not getting a pitch forward. Shows really, really good suspension, and this vehicle is well balanced. Balance is the whole thing. A lot of time people don't realize that when you drive these vehicles, how your weight is in the seat is how well the vehicle drives. If you are braking and you're pitching way forward, the whole weight of the vehicle is changing. But a nice, comfortable ride. Listen, I even have the heating on right now. You can hear a little bit of buzz, but it's quiet. The cabin is quiet. The road noise is minimum. This is a fairly rough, wintry road I'm driving on. Minimum. The vehicle actually is comfortable. Here's the one thing I love about this vehicle is not so much the driving dynamics, but the fact that it has seat bolsters. You can actually take the corners very fast, and the car will push back, which is kind of fun because therefore you're not sliding everywhere as you go around the corner or as you accelerate down some curvy road.